And Jaco, how's it?
All right, you?
Your place looking beautiful.
Thank you.
Could you tell us a little bit about how RGB Gaming developed the Gulag and kind of, where you came from and how you got to be to this point?
Yeah, look, I mean, to be honest, the Gulag has been a dream for a while. It's something that we wanted to put in place. I mean, we've been building quite a few esports centers for schools, and, we figured, we would like to also have our own. So we decided to build it, build a place for people to come and enjoy gaming. I mean, obviously we are at prison break, so on the weekends there's quite a few people around. People are always looking for stuff to do, right? And especially gamers, and whether it's, competitive or, just social or having fun. I mean, we try and cater for everyone and try and have something for everyone, right?
Yeah, and look, in person this place looks much better than I'm sure it's going to look on film, because it's got this dark, moody gaming atmosphere with just touch of light and obviously everything aesthetic with RGB. Yeah. It must have been a difficult process to set up here, because you can see this building was customized in many ways. So this isn't just you moving in and setting up some PCs.
Yeah. Look, it's, I don't think you always find a place that is perfect, right? You find a place that is okay, and you have to kind of customize it to what the dream is, right? Again, it's not that, we thought about it yesterday. This has been, in our minds for some time. So we had a relatively good idea of what we wanted in a space like this. So the customization, yes, a lot of building, bringing in beams, breaking the walls down, doing all sorts of interesting stuff. But I think what we ended up with was close to what we imagined and what we dreamed about, right? So it worked.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of details you as gamers you'll pick out. That really makes a difference. It's not trying to be gaming for the sake of gaming. Yeah. One thing you showed me as we walked in is a lot of spaces around. So you have your console space over there. It's a casual space. You've got these little booths. So you got the casual side with the competitive side, but you told me that this could also be part of the competitive gaming system.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, the idea with the booths is that it's a very relaxed space. I mean, if you see the booths, they're very, sort of laid back. It's almost like your couch at home kind of environment. And we understand that, especially with a lot of the games coming out being cross-platform, there are people that have their preferences, right? I want a game on console, or I want to sit down with my controller, in front of a TV. Other people are mouse and keyboard players, and, it's all good. Our PCs do offer, controller playing as well. So even if you're a PC player playing with a controller, we accommodate for that. But what's nice about this is, and we've seen friends come in here where the one's a mouse and keyboard player, the other one is strictly controller, and, they don't want to deviate. And then it's like, okay, cool, listen, all of these things are connected. They're all friends. They can be in the same lobby. You sit down, play your console, you be on PC, you guys can still have fun together, right?
Yes, and so you said also you can play with your own account, or you can just literally pop in and just play with the company account.
So that was something to think about when we opened this center, because it can become problematic in terms of how you manage that sort of stuff. So we've employed some amazing software that we're using for the center, which allows the sharing of center licensing. So when somebody comes in, they sit down, they can have one of two options. They can either sign in with their own account, whatever account that may be, whether it's Steam or Epic or whatever may be the case, or they can use one of the center accounts, right? So even if they don't have an account, they can just select, use one of the center accounts, and then they can play that way, right? And the accounts are shared across, multiple PCs, consoles, whatever. So it really doesn't matter. It's what works for the player, right?
And there's no games that you guys really don't have. You pretty much everything that's a mainstream game that you can play against your friends.
Yeah. So we have licensing for all the major titles. Obviously there's fan favorites, right? Last weekend, everybody that came in here was pretty much on Battlefield 6.
Of course, yes. That's good to hear. For that, people were playing.
And people were playing it. We do have people that administer the center during weekends when we are open as well. Obviously, we have to check for things like age appropriate. Are you playing a game that you are allowed to play? That sort of stuff. We also manage a certain portion of that with the software. But yeah, we try and cater for as many players or diverse players as possible, right?
And then for anybody to want to come and play here, you guys are in Prison Break Market, and it's quite affordable, right? You can just book for an hour or two.
Yep.
You got a software that does it. You can do it all online, and Correct. You just pop up and play.
Yep. So it's that simple. We do offer two options. Either you come in, you book your hour and you play, or there's something called a Gulag tag that we also have available. If you buy that, it lets you kind of in 3 times, or for 3-hour sessions, 3 individual hour sessions, that sort of thing. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, we've got the little refreshment area as well. So I mean, even players that come in that want to, don't want to go out again to go and get something to eat or drink, if they're just looking for a snack or a cool drink or whatever that's available. So we do try and, keep the player as comfortable as possible, sort out your licensing, give you a multitude of options on, how you like to play, what you want to play. I mean, these machines are very decent. In fact, they're probably better than decent from a spec perspective. So we're hoping people will come in and enjoy it, right?
I think let's take a quick look around. You can just show us a little bit of the individual parts.
Sure.
And that's it.
So basically, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, everything gets managed, from a central console from at the front. So we can pretty much manage all the PCs that are, that are in-house in terms of, who's playing, what are they playing, load up time. And what's nice about the software is that the players themselves, there's little things that they can do. For example, let's say they want to order a snack or order a drink, they can actually do it directly from the console while they're playing. So again, I mean, the idea for us is come enjoy it, be as relaxed and as comfortable as possible. I mean, that's the whole idea, right? I mean, we want people to love the environment, enjoy the game, enjoy being here with their friends. At the end, that's it.
So obviously a sim rig, Len will appreciate this. You can actually do some sim racing here as well.
Yeah, so we, on the weekend, we don't actually have it up here today, but on the weekend we have a board standing next to the rig. We're trying to do something similar to, if I can call them by name, similar to Top Gear.
Oh, we do the same. Yeah, we went with the rankings. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a bit of a ranking, like a metal board with some, magnets,
yes,
and we move it, in and out during the day. And normally on a Saturday, which is the big draw day for the racing rig, we also have a bit of a prize at the end of the day.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty cool. So it is a nice sort of value add for people that are specifically into sim racing, right? I mean, obviously we don't have the option here to race or directly race against someone next to you. So for us, leaderboard system is quite a good thing. Obviously you can still do the online option, which is fine. But if you're in the center, at least there's a bit of competitive leaderboarding going on, right?
Also for dads who want to drop their kids off to play some games, and they won't be bored themselves.
Yeah, I can tell you most of the time that the kids have to fight the dad on the racing rig, because normally it's dad on the racing rig, wanting to show Junior exactly what to do. And then, an hour later, they buy another ticket and, Junior gets his opportunity. Fair, right?
Love it. And the pieces, I mean, we've got the pieces beautifully laid out here, the two teams color-coded. And let's just take a close look at these machines here. They really are stunning.
Yeah, we're working with a company that's based out of America to, kind of try and run the center as professionally as possible. A lot of how gamers experience, the center is really in that, right? Is it a positive or a negative experience? And part of that is really managing their ability to access games and to, how easy it is to log on and to, use a center license or use their own or whatever may be the case. So that for us was important. So we, did a bit of investment in making sure that we have the right software, just to make the management of the center easier as well. The nicest thing about the way that this is all developed is, let's say, for example, holding thumbs or, crossing fingers down the line, there is a Gulag version 2 that will extend across the different environments, right? So if you have a license with one Gulag, you'll be able to use it somewhere else. So I mean, that is future plans, right? For, in case that happens again, crossing fingers, holding thumbs. If we go down that route, then at least we future-proofed it for that capability as well.
Excellent. So if anybody wants to book and come and see you guys, where do they go?
So we have a website. I mean, thegulag.co.za. There's also QR codes all around the center. It's even on the software. So somebody can simply scan the QR code, go directly to the website. They can book directly on there. Actually, all the information's on there, even the specifications of the different equipment that we have. So the specifications for the rigs, the PCs, all of that. If they want to see what's going on, it's all there. And then bookings, we book for different things. I mean, we've had I mean, during the week, there's a lot of schools that come through to do some bookings, specifically teams that want to train together that might not have their own arena at school or whatever may be the case. We've had 1 or 2 corporate events. We've had a few birthday party bookings. So yeah, it's a popular thing. I mean, you can imagine, back in my day, having an esports birthday party was not an option. This is now. This is now real, right? This is real.
Jaco, thank you so much for your time. We're not going to be strangers to this venue at all. There's a lot to see and a lot to game. So guys, there you have it. RGB Gaming Studios in the flesh, finally launched. What do you call it? RGB Gaming Studios? The Gulag. RGB.
Yeah, the Gulag. We want to get that name down.
It's the Gulag, guys. And you want to get caught in this Gulag, that's for sure. But yeah, go check them out. And you definitely want to spend your weekend there.